And commandment number 10 is on the screen when Charles turns it. There we go. Thou shalt not covet. Finally, on the last commandment. Now, see now I got to figure out what's next. I have a lot of ideas for what's next, but I'm excited, all right? So now talking about what does this command mean, I wanted to make a point that some of y'all may not have known or realized before, but when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Coveting, when we think about covet, actually, let me just ask y'all, what do y'all think coveting is? Dorothy, what do you think coveting is? Thou shalt not covet. What does it mean to covet something? What does it sound like it means? Like if you say, I covet that person's car, what does that mean? Not quite. No. It means you want it. Covet, it's like jealousy, right? Okay, but remember when we talked about the command, thou shalt not commit adultery, one of the things we talked about was the sin of lust. And lust is this idea that you so strongly desire something that you would take it if you could. Okay? Now, I want to make this point, and Charles, I think, let's read the command in Exodus, and then we'll go, and I want to make this final point. So Exodus 20:17 is where we get this command. It says, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. So the command is, don't covet anything that is not yours. Anything that is not yours is a form of coveting. Now, coveting is the same sin as lust. In fact, that's what I have here on this next slide. Coveting and lusting are the same thing. To covet something is to lust after it. To lust after something is to covet it. Now, we use the word lust when we're talking about, attraction between a guy and a girl, where that, but lust just means covet. It's just another word for it. In fact, in Romans chapter 7, verse 7, Paul says this, and this is why I'm making this point. He says, for I had not known lust, except the law had said, thou shalt not covet. So thou shalt not covet is the command. Don't desire to take anything that is not rightfully yours. And so that can be applied to a lot of things, though. How many times have we wanted what somebody else had? So Caleb, can you think of an example for me of a time where you wanted something somebody else had? What was it? What can you think of an example where you coveted? You really wanted something that a friend had, a classmate. Or are you just so content? Okay, tell me.
I think when I was younger, I really wanted a bunk bed.
You wanted a bunk bed. Okay. You were jealous of the people who had bunk beds. Bella, give me an example of a time you wanted something somebody else had. What was it?
When I was younger, when I was older, like my older sister, Rana, she's like older and like she gets to like get piercings and stuff. And one day I want to go up and like have tattoos and piercings.
Okay, so you wanted to be just like your sister. So you want to have the same piercing that your sister had. Can I tell y'all, when I was younger, I coveted after something very, very specific. I've always been into guns, and so that's just, every guy has 3 personalities. You either turn into a gun guy, a car guy, or a spaceship and trains and that kind of guy. There's always some personality out there for guys, all right? But anyway, I was one of the kids that really liked guns, and so I remember watching this show, and it was showing this prototype gun that they thought was going to be the gun that our soldiers were going to use in the future, and I remember thinking, this is the coolest thing ever. And then one of my favorite video games that came out had that prototype gun in it, and I'm thinking, man, that's even cooler than I thought using the video game. And then here's the part that I really, 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 really coveted. Eventually, that gun was sold as an airsoft gun. And when I was in middle school, me and my friends would shoot each other with airsoft guns, and I saw that this gun, it was called the ACR, okay? I wanted that in its airsoft form. The only problem is it was $300. $300 for an airsoft gun, and I begged and pleaded with my parents, please, I don't care if you double up this Christmas and next Christmas, combine the money together, and this is the only thing that I get for the next 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, I want the Airsoft ACR. And I begged, and listen, I didn't get it. All right, I was so sad that I didn't get it. I coveted it. It was an obsession for me. I strongly desired something that I did not have. And it's almost like, you think about it, why do we covet things? Why do we want things that we don't have? Think about that. Why do y'all think that is? Bella, what do you think? But why do we want those things so bad? Why do we want something that we don't have? What do you think But yeah, I know. But I would say, and this is the first thing I'm going to say, I think there's 3 steps when it comes to coveting. And I think step number 1 is we're greedy. We're greedy. When you think about a greedy person is somebody who just takes and takes and takes for themselves, and it's like they never have enough. Like, think about this. Like Bella and Dorothy, I'll make sure y'all paying attention, please. Focus on the lesson, okay? A greedy person is somebody who, it doesn't matter how much they have, they always want more. Like, think about how many millionaires out there are always trying to get more millions. How many billionaires want another billion? How many of us, we just can't get enough? Like, we think we finally got the thing that we always wanted, and then we get that thing, and then now we want something else, because that's not enough. We're greedy, ultimately, because we're not content. We are not satisfied with the things we already have. We've decided, I can't be content until I have that, but that doesn't make us content. Contentment doesn't come from the things that we possess, and so if we're trying to just get more and more and more, we'll never be content. A Bible verse that I want to share with you all that talks about this heart problem is 1 Timothy chapter 6, verses 6 through 8. It talks about this issue. It says, "But godliness with contentment is great gain." If you're a Christian, you believe in God, and He is the one who ultimately satisfies you, He's the one that makes you content, then you have great gain in life. It says, For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we will carry nothing out. And having food and clothing, let us be content. Here's the point. You've got to learn to be happy with the things you already have. That's what contentment is. It's saying, I'm okay. If I never get the Airsoft ACR, I'm okay. If I never get those piercings, I'm okay. If I never get that bunk bed, I'm okay. Because my needs are taken care of. Like, think about it. Like, we oftentimes act like we don't have anything, right? But then you go and look at some of these countries where kids don't even have clothes to wear. They have to go without a shirt. They have to go several days without food. It's like they truly, right? If anybody's going to say, I'm not content, it's almost like they have the biggest right to say that. We got more than we could ever need here in America. Amen. But according to the Bible, it's not just a suggestion that we're content, it's a command. We need to be content, otherwise we're going to be greedy. We're going to always want to take more. So step 1 is a greedy heart. And I would say step 2 on the road to covetousness is we become jealous. So we have a greedy heart that wants more than we have, and then we start looking around at other people who have those things. And they're like, wait a second, why does she get to have that and not me? Why does he get to have that and not me? Now we're jealous. Now we're jealous. It's gone from greediness, I want more than what I have, to jealousy, and they got it, and I'm upset about it, okay? Jealousy. Now, ladies, I could ask y'all to share with me a story about a time you or a friend was jealous, but I know we'd be here all night, all right? Why does it feel like, maybe I'm wrong, it just feels like women struggle with jealousy more than men. Does that seem like a fair assessment, Shay? I need my wife to back me up here. I don't know why that is. I'm not going to accuse anything, but I do find that observation to be interesting. But ultimately, when you're jealous, you want what somebody else has, you're ultimately mad. Like, think about, I still remember a long, long time ago, hey, I need y'all to stop talking. Y'all are distracting me, and I'm the one trying to talk to you. I need y'all to focus, okay? All right. When I was younger, man, everything that I wanted, I had this rich friend. Okay, I had this rich friend. He got everything he wanted. He never, ever, ever did not get the newest thing. He had the PlayStation. Like, listen, when I was a kid, this is when the PlayStation 3 came out. I know, now I'm really old. Now I'm really showing my age. Now, the PlayStation 6 is just around the corner, okay? But when the PlayStation 3 first came out, it was like $800, and my friend had it day one. He was one of the first people to get it, and man, just like everything he had, I went to his house one time because he was on my baseball team, and was looking through the house. It was a massive house. I mean, he had all the game systems, all the video games, all the Nerf guns for that matter. At that age, I was into Nerf guns. Every Nerf gun he had that I didn't have, I'm like, man, what the heck? Why can't I get all this? I was so jealous. And what's weird about jealousy is once we get jealous, it's like we're almost mad at that person. We're almost mad at them. And that's where we become step 3. Now we're bitter. Oh, now we're bitter. Now we're angry. Even if a person was our friend, once we start getting jealous of the things that they have, now we start thinking, well, they don't even deserve that. You know, that kid, he's a spoiled brat. He doesn't even deserve that. I should have the PlayStation 3. I should have those things. I should have that. I should have this. She doesn't even deserve it. In fact, she's not even a good friend. I mean, Then we start getting bitter. Now we're angry at them. Now we're worked up. Now we feel like God has done us wrong because other people have more than us. Now we're mad at God. We're bitter. Those are, I think, the 3 steps that take us down this road of covetousness: greediness, jealousy, and it ends with bitterness. And let me tell y'all something about bitterness. Some of y'all know about this. You've watched these shows that talk about real life crime that's happened, where a woman or a man who's been cheated on, when they find out later down the road, they end up trying to go and kill their spouse who cheated on them. They become so filled with jealousy and bitterness that they have this thought: if I can't have you, nobody will. That's a terrible thought to have. If I can't have this, then why should anybody else have it? Listen, bitterness can be deadly. It really can. If you're not careful, this coveting heart that we have, this greedy heart, jealous heart, bitter heart, can lead us down a road that we'll never come back from. But let me share with y'all one more verse, and then we're going to get on to what Jesus said. And we're going to be on a roll now. Colossians chapter 3, verse 5 says this: mortify, that means to kill, therefore, the members which are upon the earth. And he gives an example: fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, meaning desiring things above God, evil concupiscence, just think of it as evil, all right? And it says, and covetousness, which is idolatry. So Paul is saying, listen, as Christians, if you want to be successful as a Christian, you've got to destroy the parts of your life, the parts of your heart that desire sin. And then he says that covetousness is the same as idolatry. Do y'all remember what command number 1 is in the 10 Commandments? What was the very first command that God gave us? Do y'all remember? It has to do with God, because we know the first 4 commands are about God. Have no other gods before me. In other words, don't have idols. Don't put things in front of God. Isn't it interesting that the first command and the last command are almost talking about the same sin? Because when you desire to have something you don't have, when you have a coveting heart, and you're thinking about that thing so much that actually you stop thinking about God. Have you ever had that where you're thinking about something you want so much, where it's like you're not even thinking about, you know what, God has given me everything I need. I don't need that, I have Jesus. When we have a coveting heart, it's like we're placing that object, we're placing that thing, we're placing that person as being more important to us than God Himself. It's like we're committing idolatry because we've decided I can't be happy without this thing. That means we're treating that thing like it's a god to us. And that thing is what gives us happiness rather than God. So Paul says covetousness is a form of idolatry. So commandments 1 and 10 are ending. It's like the opening of the 10 commandments and the closing is a reminder. Don't have anything more important to you than God. There's a song, it's a beautiful, beautiful song called Clear the Stage. It's a worship song. And the guy who wrote it was talking about the sin of idolatry. And there's a part of the song where he starts describing things that are idols. And then he says, anything that I can't stop thinking of is an idol. Everything that I give all of my heart is an idol. Anything that I can't let go of is an idol. And how often do we covet things that we're just so obsessed with? We want that. I got to get this. I'm not going to be happy. We're idolizing those things. We're acting like those things can save us and give us meaning, and they can't. But now let's get on to what did Jesus say about the sin of coveting? I just have one chapter that we're going to be looking at. It's Luke chapter 12. And I'm going to read, there's a lot of verses here, so I'm going to read through them. They're not all going to be on the screen, but there will be some of them. So Luke chapter 12 is what I want to look at. Okay, and the first verses we're going to look at, is going to be verses 13 to 21. I'm just going to read these. I want you all to listen, all right? Okay. It says, and one of the company said unto Jesus, Master, speak to my brother, that he will divide his inheritance with me. So you're talking about a guy and his brother that apparently their parents passed away or dad passed away, and now his brother got more of money and possessions from dad than he did. He's jealous. Hey, wait a second, why do you get more than me, huh? So then he's coming to Jesus and say, hey, can you tell my brother to share? I want what he has. And Jesus says this. He said, man, who made me a judge or a divider over you? And then Jesus said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness. For a man's life consists not in the abundance of the things which he possesses. Meaning your life is not about how many things you have. Your life is not whether or not you have those things that you've been dreaming about. That's not what your life is about. Because just in the same way that you were born into this world naked and you didn't have a single thing, guess what? When you're buried in the ground, you're not taking any of that with you either. Your life is not about stuff. And then he goes on to say, and says, and Jesus spoke a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. So he's given this story, and he says, and this man thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room to store all of my fruit. Now, back in this day, okay, people didn't really have a lot of like dollar bills, okay? But if you had a lot of fruits and vegetables, that was like you're a billionaire, okay? Like, so if you were a farmer, you were a big timer, right? You were the Bill Gates, all right, of your day. So you got a farmer. He has a huge crop. He's got lots and lots of extra. And he's like, where am I going to put all of this stuff? Man, I'm wealthy, but I don't have anywhere to put it. And in verse 18 it says, and he says, this I will do. I will pull down my barns, my small little barns, and I'm going to build greater. And there I will store all of my fruits and my goods. So you got this rich man. He says, my little barns aren't enough anymore. I've got to have the big barn, all right? I've got to have more space. I've got to make the house bigger. Hey, I don't just need a 2-car garage. I need a 6-car garage. Got to put my Lamborghini in my Bugatti in my McLaren. You know, got to have all my stuff. I need more. I need greater. I need bigger. And then in verse 19 he says, and I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take it easy, eat, drink, and be merry. But God says unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul will be required of thee. Then whose shall all of those things be which you have provided? And Jesus goes on to say, so is he that lays up treasure for himself and is not rich towards God. Here's the moral of that story. You can have all the money in the world, all of the things you ever dreamed of, the latest this, the latest that, the latest phone. You can have all those material things and think, I've got everything I need. But if you don't have a relationship with God, you've got nothing. Because when you die, nothing is going with you. All of those things that we think are so important, they're going to be destroyed one day. The newest phone you got, it's going to burn out and blow up, okay? And it's not going to work right in 2 years. The latest clothes, the latest this, the latest that, listen, it's not staying with you. It's not permanent. The only thing in this life that you take with you into the next one, if you have it, is a relationship with Jesus. That's it. Everything else goes away. So why would I live for things that I'm not taking with me to heaven? You see? Then later on in that same chapter, Jesus goes on to say this in I want to look at verse 29. And Jesus says, "And seek ye not what you shall eat or what you shall drink, neither be of a doubtful mind. For all these things do the nations of the world seek after. And your Father knows that you have need of these things. But rather seek ye the kingdom of God, and then all of these things will be added unto you." And he says, "Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure." It's God's desire to give you the kingdom. And then he goes on to say in verse 34, "For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also." The biggest question we've got to ask ourselves is this. I think all of us in here, y'all know the gospel. I've shared it with you. I know that y'all know it. I know that all of y'all in here have said that you're saved. The question then, if we're all Christians here tonight, the question is, what do we treasure the most? Obviously, the right answer is we got to treasure God the most. He's the most important thing. We love Him more than anything else. But is that true? Every day that you wake up, is God the treasure of your Monday, your Tuesday, your Wednesday? When we say we have a bad day, what are we usually talking about? Oh, I had a problem at work, or school didn't go right, or I lost my favorite ring, and if your entire day can be ruined because of something that's not God going wrong, and your entire day is ruined, that means that thing was the most important thing to you that day. I'm not saying, listen, things getting lost and broken, it's going to bother us, but if you truly treasure the kingdom of God more than anything else, then you're not going to be devastated when you lose material possessions. It'll bother you, but you know, hey, I don't need that thing in order to be happy in this life, because I treasure my relationship with Jesus more than anything else. And it's so easy for us, if we're not careful, we allow these things that we have to become too precious to us. Y'all know what I'm saying? Where we care about it way too much, to the point that if that's gone, we've decided we're not going to be happy. That means our heart is treasuring the wrong thing. We need to be treasuring Jesus above all else. He's the only thing. Listen, and the cool part here, it says that, listen, God wants to give you the kingdom of heaven. That everything that you do for Him, He's going to reward you for in heaven. All of the things you do for Him, all the things that you have given up to follow Jesus, He's going to reward you for. That's the kind of stuff we need to be worried about, storing up in heaven, is rewards in heaven. Not rewards here, rewards in heaven. Another way to kind of judge if your heart's in the right place is, think about it this way. If you are more excited to watch a sports game than you are to go to church, could it be that your heart treasures sports too much? If you're more excited to see your boyfriend or girlfriend than you are spending time with Jesus in prayer, reading your Bible, could it be said that you treasure that a little too much? Amen. Again, it's not wrong to be excited for other things. It's wrong to be more excited for those things than you are God. Do y'all see the point that I'm making? I love my wife. Listen, when she came back from her trip to Washington, D.C., I was very excited to see her. But I knew that why? Yeah, who knows? This is a great mystery. But if Shay didn't come back that day, I would have been all right, because I still have my relationship with God. That's it. I'm okay. I'm not going to die. And Shay, same way. She was excited to see me, probably even more than I was excited to see her, because I'm just so amazing. And I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's what you call pride. No. But even if Shay couldn't come home that day, she would have been all right, because she has that close relationship with God. That's where we all need to be. And listen, I'm not saying I do it perfectly. There's some times where I value things way too much, and I need to calm down, all right? But we all have that. Let me finish on this verse. Talking about the consequences, there's really not a lot to say other than what I've already said. But listen, the bad consequences, if you choose to be a person who covets other things, let me just summarize it by saying this. You're going to be miserable and unhappy. If you're a person who's not content, you're never going to be happy. There's always something else. There's always something else that you need to get to make yourself happy again. That new shiny thing that you just got, it's only going to make you happy for a certain amount of time, and then all of a sudden it's not new and shiny anymore. Then you got to find something else. And we do it with toys when we're kids, then we do it with electronics and technology when we're older, then we do it with people when we get married. And if you are a person who covets, you don't learn to be content, you will never ever find happiness, because happiness is not found in things. It's found in a person. And finally, if you choose to let go of covetousness, you choose to be content, say, hey, I'm okay with what I have. Hey, I want that thing, but I'm okay if I don't get it. If you choose to have that attitude, listen, God will ultimately satisfy all of your desires. God will take care of your needs, and He won't just give you your needs. When you get to heaven, you're going to get rewards beyond your wildest dreams. God will take care of you. And here's a verse I want to finish on. It's Romans 13, verses 8 to 10. And it says this, owe no man anything but to love one another. For he that loves one another has fulfilled the law. For this, thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended or understood in this saying, namely, love your neighbor as yourself. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. These last commandments, 5 through 10, all of these commands are about how to treat other people right, how to love your neighbor. And Paul went and just listed all these commands that we just taught on. And he says, listen, the best way to understand it is, I have more love for people than I do me. If I love my best friend, then I'm never going to covet what they have. If I care about my next door neighbor, then I will never try to steal their wife or husband when I'm older. Some of y'all, okay? If I love my neighbor, I'm not going to kill them. I'm not going to lie about them. I'm not going to steal and take their stuff. Because I care more about them than I do me. And really, all of the commands are about either we love God more than ourselves or we love other people more than ourselves. But that is the heart of all of the 10 Commandments, is to put God first, people second, and yourself last. And in fact, an acronym that I always really liked growing up that I saw was the word joy. It's 3 letters. 3 letters. And you think about the word joy, the first letter is J. Think of it as a representation of Jesus. J means Jesus. Put Jesus first in everything that you do, and He'll take care of your needs and reward you in heaven. Then what's the next letter? O. What do y'all think O is? Others. Put other people first. Take care of them. Don't hurt them. Don't lie to them. Take care of them the way God would. And then finally, the last letter is Y, and that means you. You. There you go. Yourself. That works as well. So if you want to have joy, you've got to follow that. Jesus, others, then you last. God will take care of everything else. You never have to worry about it. That's the key to joy, and that's the key to being content. Just put God first in all that we do. Let me say a word of prayer to finish, and then I'll explain what we're going to do next. Dear God, thank you so much for this day. Thank you for all your blessings. God, I pray that you help us to learn to be content, to not covet. And God, as we are finishing the series tonight on the 10 Commandments, God, I pray that we keep all these things in our hearts. God, that we understand these commands are not here to steal the fun away. God, these commands are here so that we don't get ourselves and other people hurt. God, these commands are for our good and our benefit. And help us to follow them as if they are. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, so what we're going to do tonight, I have, if y'all haven't already seen, everybody should have seen it, I have what I'm calling redneck gaga ball set up in the gym. I just used a bunch of tables to set up the little rink. So here's how it's going to work. So tonight, outside of Charles, the Serpents are a little short on students to play gaga ball, and I wouldn't want to put anybody in a situation where they have to play a game they don't feel comfortable playing. However, these other kids in here are very excited to play gaga ball. So here's what I'm going to allow. I want to have multiple rounds of 3 versus 3 Gaga ball. Y'all 3 are right there. You've got your team. But the Serpents is going to be a combination of Charles, maybe Shay. If y'all want to play, you can. There's no prohibition, plus any of the other kids that want to play. So they'll get to have fun with us. But listen, I'm telling you, some of those boys in there, I guarantee you they're good at it. All right, I just look in their eyes and I know. So if y'all are good, let's go into the gym and we're going to get some rounds of 3 versus 3 Gaga ball.
I've been thinking over my whole life. You always let me back when I was out my mind. I think about the time I stepped into the light. Now I know it's not up in me, said, breathe it in and let it go. I was far but you were close, living in a miracle. I was lost till you found me, feeling like a prodigal, drifting far but I'm coming home. So lost and I didn't know I was always looking for you. I was always looking for you. All in, never gonna look behind. Now that I'm caught in this love I can't deny. I think about the time I stepped into the light. Now I know it's not up in me, said, breathe it in and let it go. I was far but you were close, living in a miracle. I was lost till you found me, feeling like a prodigal, drifting far but I'm coming home. So lost and I didn't know I was always looking for you. It's you, the whole truth, my life. It's only you. Amazing when things right. It's true. So better time. It's only you. Whole truth, my life. Breathe it in and let it go. I was far but you were close, living in a miracle. I was lost till you found me, feeling like a prodigal, drifting far but I'm coming home. So lost and I didn't know I was always looking for you. It's you, the whole truth, my life. It's only you. Amazing when things right. It's true. So better time. It's only you. Whole truth, my life.
Draw close to me, I need you more than I ever thought. Will you now leave? You've been in every fight I have fought. You knit my frame together when I was conceived. Now do the same, deliver me from my enemy. Be down on fire, hear me when I cry. Lord of the stars, bring me the sunrise. We say how long until the right time. Be down or far, a word is a lifeline. Lord, be my guide. I open up my eyes and I see danger outside, and even more the danger in me. Lord, I grow tired, I only have the strength to believe. This I desire, the benefit of your victory.
who made this beat? That's Yeti?
Don't care about the money, I put God first. Don't care about the fame, I put God first. Your friends gon' switch up when you pick God first. Everything gon' change when you pick God first. Don't care about the money, I pick God first. Don't care about the fame, I pick God first. Your friends gon' switch up when you pick God first. Everything gon' change when you pick God first. Ay, I was wild out here, doing the worst. Everything changed when I picked God first. I was washed and knew me came from out the dirt. Innocent a lot, I hate my way, but it won't work. When you controlled by the devil, then I know it hurt. I preach the word, after that the devil go berserk. They just do it for the pranklers, they ain't talking Kurt. And I promise to tell the truth in every verse. Don't care about the money, I put God first. Don't care about the fame, I put God first. Your friends gon' switch up when you pick God first. Everything gon' change when you pick God first. Don't care about the money, I pick God first. Don't care about the fame, I pick God first. Your friends gon' switch up when you pick God first. Everything gon' change when you pick God first. They said that I'm canceled, ayy, I can't tell. They scared of losing followers, I'm scared of going to hell. I put my faith in God, and he never fails. I said I put my faith in God, and he never fails. You pray to God, but live your life for Satan. Waiting for them prayers, you can keep on waiting. So God that you love him, and you might receive him. This world needs Jesus, but you don't believe him. Don't care about the money, I put God first. Don't care about the fame, I put God first. Your friends gon' switch up when you pick God first. Everything gon' change when you pick God first. Don't care about the money, I pick God first. Don't care about the fame, I pick God first. Your friends gon' switch up when you pick God first. Everything gon' change when you pick God first.
Here we go again in circles. I think I heard it all. We've been here before, but we need something more. Something more. Something more. What you said, I can't hear cause you ain't talking about nothing. 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 What you talking about? Baby talking about the same old thing. I'ma have to call a foul in the game. What you talking about? A little money, now you all OG. Talking about it's all eyes on me. Ain't talking about nothing. Let me guess you count money to the ceiling. Difference between us like at least a couple million. It's foreign cars, pretty girls everywhere you go. Yeah, I heard it 30 times on the radio. Louboutin ain't gon' pay you for that bragging. And Donatella probably never heard your album. Yeah, they probably about to label me a hater, but I know these people greater than the songs they created. It's little homies in the hood regurgitate. And everybody watching thinking that you made it. The truth is for a few designer labels and a little bit of paper, now you 12 years slated. Hey, but you ain't Lil Peter, so why you beat up and pushing people to lean on a double cup in a seizure? It sound like you put your feet up. Still a slave and money can't buy your freedom, partner. Here we go again in circles. I think I heard it all. We've been here before, but we need something more. Something more. Something more. What you said, I can't hear cause you ain't talking about nothing. 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 What you talking about? Baby talking about the same old thing. I'ma have to call a foul in the game. What you talking about? A little money, now you all OG. Talking about it's all eyes on me. And tell me why the song's on in my car. Why the song on in my gym. What they saying? Man, the song stuck in my head. I can't say no more. I still don't know what y'all saying. Let me do this. I'ma be a straight shooter. Hey, we was made in his image while we
think I heard it all. We've been here before, but we need something more. Something more. Something more. What you said, I can't hear 'cause you ain't talking about nothing. 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 What you talking about? Baby talking about the same old thing. I'ma have to call a foul in the game. What you talking about? A little money, now you all OG. Talking about it's all eyes on me. Ain't talking about nothing.
I see it, and I think we were made for more than just, you know, the simple things that we aspire toward. We were made for more than just telling stories of, you know, how much money we can get from selling poison to people. It's time to talk about who we are and who we can be, man. We need to build each other up, not pull each other down. I feel like we're not talking about nothing right now.
Mi interés fue desarrollar sonidos electrónicos. Olvida las computadoras.
Broadcast the manifesto, I'm a cello cause I'm hollow. Holy Spirit fill my marrow, then these bones turn eternal. Fellowship with common fellows, humble beast, mano y mano. From a savage, I'm a sparrow, heart of a tiger in my temple. Painting tracks like my metro, local focus is my litmus. Sinking letters from the scriptures, pulling words from brain pictures. MC from D bellows, some music like wine cellars. Maturing with time is better, like jazz to Monk and Fella. Modern retro for the metro, life set though. Bring a Covet with a cruise unashamed of this gospel, no bravado. We confess we ain't the power, only point to who we follow. So know where the power be, Christ Lord Supreme. Ayo, ayo, awake the dawn, Lord. Lelo, like the slums up. Ayo, ayo, shine that real love. Lelo, these times of darkness need a king. Ain't nobody else to follow, king. Ain't nobody else to follow, king. Ain't nobody else to follow, king. Oh, at the dawn, I lost Benjis when I left me on a loose sleeve next to rubies. Money's Lucci, hope please. No deal was better to me when it came to label meetings than the people of my city. By the way, they gone too quickly. Feel me? Bullets fly by simply. Feel me? Industry wants self-fulfillment, taking talent, chasing platinum, training us to drink the challenge. Self is who we serve with talent, giving gifts to self-endowment, missing where we aim. I call it God's the force inside of speaking. Street lights that light shining. Feel me? Seek ye first the kingdom. Feel me? Truth be in their bread now. Deal me? IG like be chasing groupies. I do ever ask thee kindly, do you think we lost our sighting? Taking Jesus Christ too lightly, making self the God Almighty. Faith and art need realignment. Faith and art need realignment. Faith and art need realignment. Ayo, ayo, awake the dawn, Lord. Lelo, like the slums up. Ayo, ayo, shine that real love. Lelo, these times of darkness need a king. Ain't nobody else to follow, king. Ain't nobody else to follow, king. Ain't nobody else to follow, king. Oh, at the dawn, mama, pray. We confess we ain't the power. Only point to who we follow. We confess we ain't the power, only point to who we follow. So know where the power be, Christ Lord Supreme. We confess we ain't the power, only point to who we follow. So know where the power be, Christ Lord Supreme. Ayo, awake the dawn, Lord. Lelo, like the slums up. Ayo, shine that real love. Lelo, these times of darkness need a king. Ain't nobody else to follow, king. Ain't nobody else to follow, king. Ain't nobody else to follow, king. Oh, at the dawn, mama, pray. All them shots, they left me holy, but I'm still holy. Ain't nothing changing but them seasons, Brody, I'm still holy. Demon scheming, read Ephesians, seen it, I'm
Still holy,
Jesus, heathen seeking, he the reason I'm
still holy.
in the dark,
Still holy.
in the light,
Still holy.
messed up,
Still holy.
got right,
Still holy.
in the day,
Still holy.
in the night,
Still holy.
no change,
Still holy.
it's smoke forever.
Midwest,
Still holy.
East Coast,
Still holy.
West Coast,
Still holy.
up north,
Still holy.
South Side,
Still holy.
we are
Still holy.
the
Still
tribe,
holy.
the
Still
tribe.
holy.
Nah, I thought it was for them.
New member.
This message can't go back to the sender. Tour with the tribe, smooth in the mix, no blender. Yeah, you hear me? Devil get mad when he can't get near me. Still no change with all my jewelry. I'm always down like every time you try to go get a McFlurry. Wait, you hear them horses? That's the tribe with me. Extra piece in this game like Monopoly. It ain't on me, it see me biology. She call me baby cause he fathered me. Is you gang or you not tell the truth? Shame the devil, don't lie to me. Don't play psychology. Curse his name when he changed my heart. Just walk to the light if you living in the dark.
Still holy.
In the light,
Still holy.
messed up,
Still holy.
got right,
Still holy.
in the day,
Still holy.
in the night,
Still holy.
no change,
Still holy.
it's smoke forever.
Midwest,
Still holy.
East Coast,
Still holy.
West Coast,
Still holy.
up north,
Still holy.
South Side,
Still holy.
we are
Still holy.
the tribe,
Still holy.
the tribe.
Still holy.
In the dark, in the light, till the day that we gon' die. Ain't gonna be no switching sides, ain't gonna be no diving.
Still holy.
I give it up if it's up, all of my dead ass, spit up and in the mud that I repent it. Living my best life, pushing my limit, job, filling up my day full of undead ass. Yeah, who wanna smoke? I'm trying to get it if I gotta go.
Still holy.
How do I know? I'm about to get in cause I know the host.
Still holy.
Back to the ropes, thinking these logos by the boat low, cause I know for sure that the bell gon' save me. Tucking my chin, I ain't worried about Hades. All them shots, they left me holy, but I'm still holy. Ain't nothing changing but them seasons, Brody, I'm still holy. Demon scheming, read Ephesians, seen it, I'm
Still holy.
Jesus, heathen seeking, he the reason I'm
Still holy.
in the dark,
Still holy.
in the light,
Still holy.
messed up,
Still holy.
got right,
Still holy.
in the day,
Still holy.
in the night,
Still holy.
no change,
Still holy.
it's smoke forever.
Midwest,
Still holy.
East Coast,
Still holy.
West Coast,
Still holy.
up north,
Still holy.
South Side,
Still holy.
we are
Still holy.
the tribe,
Still holy.
the tribe.
Still holy.
Ayy.
He's here.
Baby, you still see me beaming. I'm running the west, but I walk in the kingdom. I be in the mood to put lead in the demon. If I'm getting stoned, I do it like Steven. I'm more dead in the flag, the tat on my neck, the cross on my back. You look up a smoke, you know where it's at. The sound of them horses is God coming back for real. Take what I have for real. I stay in my bag for real. My name in his hand for real, my dog.
Out the kiddo, they forget I'm a dog. Sent for help and they didn't pick up the call. Saw the prince and he forgiving it all. Big brother, don't fulfilling the law. Still holy, in the whole world, but you still feel lonely. With a homie, but it don't feel like home. Heard the Lord rose and he saying get to know. From the city to listen to 101 like South. To the state where they told you to show me. Even in the bottom of a hole and without a rope, if you got the ghost, you holy.
Come around and do the most. Flexing for the gram, come around and do the most. Why the man wanna come around and do the most? Flexing for the gram, come around and do the
You
most.
see, this day they watch sunsets, no doubt. On a display in their hand, it stays out like a wrist chain. But this one is for clout. You got this stain, so this chain gang's no slouch. I said dopamine, dopamine. I need them to notice me every moment, just like Jodeci. Open me up, see the spark is emotionally draining and engaging at the same time. Being so manipulated by the AI. Algorithms at play, so I stay high. Yo, they always listen in, but the true play is to make me my own God in a new way. Huh? High.
Flexing for the gram, come around and do the most.
High.
Why the man wanna come around and do the most?
High.
Flexing for the gram, come around and do the most.
Don't get in line, who knows, it may hurt you. Authenticity above any virtue. We all know there's no truth, baby, only your truth. Live your best life now, but please turn the lights out. To any common sense, that's my lifestyle. We changing all the words like right now. I ain't even holding you. And if you don't agree with it, we gon' call it a phobia. Better start believing it. Tithing and receiving it. There is no not religious. Swapped out God for these new man-made traditions. Where there's no prophetic vision, the people perish. Cast off restraint, the truth's no longer cherished. High.
Flexing for the gram, come around and do the most.
High.
Why the man wanna come around and do the most?
High.
Flexing for the gram, come around and do the most. Do the most. Do the most. Do the most.
High. High. High.
I'm weak, but you're strong in me, strong in me. Your grace, your kindness covers all of me, all of me. My heart found its place in you. Now I am new. You're true. Your blessing lifts me up again, up again. You are the source of my strength. You are life in me. You are the one who inclines to my needs. You are my fortress when I stand alone. You are strong. You are strong. You are the source of my strength. You are life in me. You are the one who inclines to my needs. You are my fortress when I stand alone. You are strong. You are strong when I can't go on. I'm weak, but you're strong in me, strong in me. Your grace, your kindness covers all of me, all of me. You are strong in me. Your kindness, I'm weak, but you're strong in me, strong in me. Your grace, your kindness covers all of me, all of me. My heart found its place in you. Now I am new. You're true. Your blessing lifts me up again, up again. You are patient, you are kind, so I thought I finally got it right this time. You are lovely and full of life, but honestly I felt it wasn't right. I know my heart will feel the same again in time. I don't wanna give up on love, up on love. I know I'm not alone, but when I'm alone it's so rough and did so much. Took a chance, it didn't really work out. Doesn't mean that there's nobody to find now. I don't wanna give up on love, up on love, up on love. They say keep waiting, embrace these days. You gotta work on your relationship with God. But I've been waiting, been chasing, and every night I'm praying for things I only write about in songs. Someone to walk beside, is that so wrong? I don't wanna give up on love, up on love. I know I'm not alone, but when I'm alone it's so rough and did so much. Took a chance, it didn't really work out. Doesn't mean that there's nobody to find now. I don't wanna give up on love, up on love, up on love. Trust in whatever your hand designs. I don't want the control, and I'm not needed to be anxious when that is a waste of time. I will wait for the Lord, 'cause I don't wanna give up on love. I know I'm not alone, but when I'm alone it's so rough.
Church mother in a church hat clap. Man, that sure gave her color purple coming back clap. When that whole week beat you up and stress you, but you hear that organ playing and remind you of your blessings. And on another note, she just hit another note. Chills down my spine, got me crying, make me overload. You don't know about it though. Old school church hymns, deacons get the humming, now the drummer finna burst in. Lordy, Lordy, Lord. Can you hear me now? Church close, sweater, you don't care, you just get it now. Testify how we made martyrs out of these fathers and rose up all of his daughters to glorify him with honor. Man, I swear Thomas Jones with her head did. Now it's flying everywhere, she don't care what her head did. She an wanna do the type of shows that the Lord wanna see. What I mean, if I can make the whole church clap, it ain't a clap in the heavens, then that clap just a clap, clap. For the Son glorified, sin mortified, the Holy Spirit going word that truth ain't watered down. It's sound doctrine, gets birthed in the common now. Nothing wrong with singing loud, but that ain't where the power's on. The church has been clapping at weak sermons, leaving the weak hurt. No one's changed by Sunday service. We need discernment, check what you be affirming, cause the church can be full of members but empty in conversion. Preach the gospel and stand back, look for changed lives, not for head claps. Love people well, oh they can't stand at the church, just the church with the words where we stand up.
I believe somebody's pulling strings, don't start me. They want me to get the vaccine, they can't mark me. They got mad when I told them that sage is witchcraft, removing bad spirits with smoke like that. Get rid of that, it's crazy. I don't play them games with Satan, nah. Forcing things to happen ain't natural, that's just playing God. They trying to run me out the booth, persecuting me for telling the truth they never knew. Somebody needs to go and give God an apology, cause we ignore his prophecies and just worship astrology. I don't care if you Aquarius or Sagittarius. God did not create it, he probably think it's hilarious. And all the Greek mythology nonsense, I ain't having it. And anyone who call themselves a god to me is blasphemous. We see 1111 and try to claim something. If it's an angel number, tell me what angel it came from. They can't. To me it look like it's another idol, cause if it's an angel number, then how's it not in the Bible? I'm confused. The world is distracting us from the rules, taking God out of the media, television, and schools, thinking that it's a joke, but I am not too amused. They go try to make us choose, then kill us if we refuse. Read the clues. It look like the fame is too hard to handle. If you straight and you don't wanna be gay, then you'll get canceled. I guess I'm canceled. No offense though, but on his ground I'm 10 toes down like I'm a Flintstone. A sex change is like saying that God is stupid. If he ain't want you to be what you are, then why'd he do it? He said our bodies are temples, but we abuse it. Women getting shots in they booty like it's from Cupid. Manipulating men into thinking that it's they true skin, when really it's they new skin. They go have to redo again. Manipulation is evil, but we don't get that. Mind games will always be a blatant form of witchcraft. And I don't care what nobody's saying, cause I'ma stick with that. And I don't care what you believe, cause you go have to live with that. So I'ma say this one more time. Don't start me, cause God already told me he's assembling an army. I'll try my best not to deliver this so harshly. Wait until I come back and give you the part 3.
Okay, you know what?
Perfect.
Hey, you're in my house. As a general rule, I am just fine with a few hecklers.
Yeah.
But not when I'm up in the house.
President Dilly, I don't ride with Diddy. A fool what I pity, to pride my Achilles. I bought a new house and it's outside the city. It's me and my baby and 2 little kitties. See that I'm winning and think that I'm sinning. You gotta be kidding. Well, actually, I guess you right, factually. Thankful the Savior took that from me happily. I know that Satan is mad at me. Gotta be grateful that God is amazing and got me up out of my tragedy. Amen. This not a fable, he made me a table and left all my enemies raggedy. Right there. He put the oil on my head and the sword of the spirit. Of course, by the bed in the more interference, the more he protect. Wait, I think I heard a little out. Hand me that ESV, I need it speedily. Send him right back to his pop. Then hop in the whip, is you with me or not? I got me a chicken, I don't need a side. Trust me, you don't want the carne aside. A nappy and happy and black like a side. President Dilly, I feel like Obama. President Dilly, I don't ride with Diddy. A fool what I pity, to pride my Achilles. I bought a new house and it's outside the city. It's me and my baby and 2 little kitties. See that I'm winning and think that I'm sinning. You gotta be kidding. Well, actually, I guess you right, factually. Thankful the Savior took that from me happily. I've had a problem with walking on water since back when I got out the boat. Yeah, I'm not a wolf, but I follow the lamb. Got a problem with following ghosts. Yeah, if you took Lot out of Sodom and Nodom, would all of them fall in a hole? Yeah, meaning if God didn't stop me, I'd probably be salt or call him a smoke. I told him I said it. The OT had told me I owed him a debt and I don't have the credit. I'm holding my head and I know that my soul is infected. I don't need a pope or a medic. Suppose I had read in the scriptures, it's chosen, elected, a covered and holy accepted. The holiest weapon is knowing Jehovah ain't resting, and I brought a pole in the session. President Dilly, I don't ride with Diddy. A fool what I pity, to pride my Achilles. I bought a new house and it's outside the city. It's me and my baby and 2 little kitties. See that I'm winning and think that I'm sinning. You gotta be kidding. Well, actually, I guess you right, factually. Thankful the Savior took that from me happily.
My location, feel like a vacation. Old places, circle back for ovations. Need to have a money machine in my own basement so I could just that's a PlayStation. Rather be on YouTube Live than PlayStation. Tried to binge watch Netflix, I didn't make it. Will Smith used my song, I'm getting placements. Fresh Prince at my store, give me the payments. No forensics, breadcrumbs, or any actors. Think I'm Yeezy, but this Prince owns his masters. Compound, that's no flex though. Come now, we got next though. Compound, that's no flex though. Come one, come all, we got next. Okay, if they don't see it, what I mean is me and my team stay undefeated. 10 toes down and hang 10. I been walking on water and it's all because of him. Blessed are those who still believe it. Even if they don't see it, he can heal paraplegics. And even when he don't, I still receive it. His grace is sufficient as he transformed this heathen. Compound, that's no flex though. Come now, we got next though. Compound, that's no flex though. Come one, come all, we got next. How they gon' object when you are a beast or a monster like the Loch Ness? This is just the process. Over time it builds up. When you put your head down, lock in and get your skills up. It compounds, meaning you work in two different parts at the same time. Why would I ever wanna depart from the pain? I benefit when the muscle depletes, then it regrows.
I've been living in this life, trying to find my peace of mind just lately. Now you're taking all the blame, freeing me from all my shame to save me. And I know you love me from the start. You see what's in my heart, so I will give it all to you alone. Don't have to deal with going through life always looking back. You pick my pieces up when I'm on the ground. Take a step back and see how you did that. So I trust you as I let go. I don't need no one but you. One name I can call on to. Faithful every time, 'cause you're my only hope. Yeah, you come through. Yeah, you come through.
And I see your glory, and you got what the world can satisfy my everything. And you give more than what money can buy.
You love me from the start. You see what's in my heart, so I will give it all to you alone. Don't have to deal with going through life always looking back. You pick my pieces up when I'm on the ground. Take a step back and see how you did that. So I trust you as I let go. I don't need no one but you. One name I can call on to. Faithful every time, 'cause you're my only hope. Yeah, you come through. Yeah, you come through. Yeah, you come through.
Give me peace of mind, give me self-control. Take away my pride, give me back my soul. Let me hear the word, let me understand. Everything's a blur.
She got me way too smart. I need to come on down. She got me way too smart. I need to figure out. I'm gonna get away. Sometimes when I'm feeling alone, hide it in my head. The devil's ready to go. Her eyes like a knockout blow. President Charade, Marilyn Monroe. White lies, heavy buried
Electronic mind control, digital overload, motherboard chokehold, technology, soul. Socialize mob control, Babylon strategical, plan a lie, watch your soul, plan a chip, watch it grow, all still spiritual, soul. We in a postmodern haiku, fake up your own truth, build a God cartoon and applaud where it worships you. Age of the iTone, black heart vacuum, consume with consumerism statues, yo. POTUS win, go gone, go ahead, go green. All left or right, only manifest what fear brings. Google wants your whole team, tracking you on high beams, into things, algorithmic, Zuckerberg conspiring, spying through eye things, vice scene, we see, antis developing, antichrist callousing, watch where your palace is, sandcastle eye dreams, get shook by prophecy, your policies abolishing the lamb, only fam we have, lean. Electronic mind control, digital overload, motherboard chokehold, technology, soul. Socialize mob control, Babylon strategical, plan a lie, watch your soul, plan a chip, watch it grow, all still spiritual, soul. It's the age of the blood moon, coming up the Lord soon. Church singing a soul swoon, a first love getting auto-tune. Empty tune, full view, remember who got blood proof. I swear Christ the one and only truth. But false teacher tickling, applauded and lauded well, caught it now. Ice cream theology, monopoly of the unseen. Polygon worshiping, gender bending ninja trends. All to the face, the creator's face in the image of our skin. A middle finger to our sin, a sign of the times we want diva, not divine. It's ways up in the banks, that's our money. It's thoughts up in the minds, that's our stomach. Together, brain and heart forever covered, but he still loves us. But his gift is a compass and it functions. Times are now here and he's coming. He's loving, but his love is both mercy and justice. Resurrection, all tribes, every nation. Fix your eyes, Christ coming. One race, many faces. God's grace for all ages. All struck, none is greater. Worthy is the Lamb crucified, now living.